channel.
The No Pressure channel presents the May event. Now you're probably wondering, what is the May event? Well, the May event is where we let you, the supporters, vote on different categories and on different fighters to select which one would be best for that event, meaning that match. So we have very variety of categories for you guys already to have voted on, based on cartoons. We're talking movies, we're talking teams, we're talking villains, we're talking just the most powerful characters out there, we're talking just gadgets, we're talking everything. So in today's May event, we're going to do things differently than we usually do in our traditional sense, and we're hoping this is going to become an annual thing for you guys to enjoy, because, well, you know, we're hoping to entertain you guys. So first rule is rule number one. The fighter that for each match has to be voted in by you guys as supporters. So you guys voted in who would be facing who in which category of each match on my TikTok channel for the past couple months. If you guys haven't noticed that before, next time just follow us on TikTok, and then next year when the categories and fighters show up, you guys can vote then. Hopefully, again, we can do this another year. Oh, what do you call it? Just have fun. So this is just for everybody to enjoy entertainment wise. And number three, this is different than we usually do. The beatdown episode, we usually have two different perspectives and two different sides, and then we don't really determine an official winner. We just kind of leave you guys to decide which one you thought was the best argument. In this case, we're just going to determine one winner. That's right, there are no ties in this event. There's only one winner. And if you guys, of course, don't feel like the argument was well said, or you guys feel like the other winner of that fight during that episode was better than the other one who got argued for, then you can always leave it down in the comment section below, and just keep it civil, as always. All right, guys, let's get things going. And as you already read in the caption down below, today's fight is gonna be Batman versus Iron Man in the first time ever gear match. Now you're probably wondering, what is a gear match? Well, I wanted to just change the name, kind of make it seem interesting. So this match is based solely on gadgets and equipment. There is no skill sets required. There is no winning with an army or anything like that. It's just based on whose equipment could beat whose equipment. So without further ado, you guys voted Batman in and you voted Iron Man in. So we're going to start things off, or actually we're going to continue on by explaining both sides. In one corner on the DC Realm side, not always known as the tech guy, but known as the guy who actually beats up on the tech guys, I'm talking, of course, none other than the Dark Knight himself, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. But don't get it twisted. Bruce's past has taught him to always be ready for the worst, even if it's never going to come. Paranoia perhaps, but the man has been right on a few occasions when things go south. So better safe than sorry. And for those wanting it, yeah, they will be sorry. Let's start off with the stuff he carries around, which is comprised on his utility belt with surprise little gadgets in every part of it. We're talking sonic and flash grenades, tasers, small explosives, handcuffs, first aid equipment, flamethrowers, kryptonite if needed, miniature cameras, grappling hook, explosive pellets, smoke grenades, batarang, and even brass knuckles, and so much more. When he needs a backup or a quick getaway, never fear, Batmobile or Batjet is here. Each carries variety of weapons and defense to help Batman keep his foes on their toes. He even carries an armor suit in his Batmobile that can fly and do things like Iron Man. Now, the suit Batman are always nothing to scoff at. Superman Buster, created to match blows with the Man of Steel himself, the man who can bench press the Earth for 5 days straight. The Justice Buster, designed to take on the core members of the Justice League such as the Flash, Aquaman, and even Superman himself. The Thrasher armor, an armor designed to be stronger than Kevlar and can take a small army and then some. The Hellbat suit, an armor took a punch and gave it back to Darkseid. The suit was created by Superman forging the armor in the sun, Green Lantern giving it its wings, and Flash testing the suit to handle the Speed Force, and Cyborg provided the tech, and Wonder Woman and Aquaman also helped with the design. There are a variety of weapons, and using those weapons and skills, Batman has faced new gods, aliens, and androids with superior intelligence. On the other corner in Marvel's realm, you have the invincible Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. The man has contingency plans for everything. Need a repulsor to blast multiple enemies at once? You got it. A beam for small to giant level threats that with the heavy hitter, you could get multiple power blastings at you at once, at least to leave some kind of mark? No problem. Overcharging his suit? Not to worry. The man can take it and give it back twice as hard. Lasers that can cut through anything with ease. Mini missiles hidden everywhere in his armor for those surprise firework proposal moments. And we can't forget the infinite amount of armor suits, and I do mean infinite. He has a suit for every occasion, whether one designed for nanotechnology to protect him for any surprise attacks, another one made entirely to take the big green guy, or one designed to actually exchange blows with Celestials. The man has thought of a suit for everything. To put the icing on top of all of that, the man developed an AI technology to help him when he doesn't want to use his brain and wants to give it a rest. That includes copies of his own subconscious and even one that can think on their own. Yeah, that's right, a suit that can think on its own. His suits help him pinpoint weaknesses, using the environment to his favor, learn opponent strategies in light speed seconds. If that isn't enough, Tony doesn't even need to be in the suit. The man designed his version of something out of a real Steel movie, meaning he just controls the suit to fight on his behalf while he's having a drink in Mumbai. The superiority of his tech makes him too invincible to put down. So ultimately, who's got the best gear? Now, let's just start in alphabetical order. Batman. Yes, let's talk about Batman. Batman, given enough preparation time, has been able to plan a lot of things ahead of time. So, argument being said that yes, with Batman's preparation time, he could do some work on Tony Stark. If he knew someone like Tony Stark existed out there, a threat like that existed in the world, like he did with Superman, like he did with Green Lantern, The Flash, Wonder Woman, everybody, he always has a contingency plan. He always has a backup plan. He always has an emergency situation if things were to arise. So I do believe that if he knew Tony did exist in the realm of his world, he would be preparing for him in advance, knowing that he's a lot smarter than him, or that he might be trying to outsmart him. So he would have to think double or triple or even quadruple the amount of crazy thought in order to counter Tony Stark. And I do believe Batman, one of the most brilliant detectives, could. Now, his equipment, of course, is nothing to just brush off the shoulder. He's got a lot of equipment that could do a lot of damage, and during crisis and situations, he's fought gods, aliens, creatures from all different types of realms. So his equipment has shown time after time to come in handy. He's got a lot of things in his utility belt to help him, and if he needs to back up and cover, of course, he has the Batjet as a backup, and he also has the Batmobile to help him out in a situation, in a crisis. So there is a lot to be said that Batman has a lot of equipment, and let's not even forget the Batman armor suits that he has. He's got the Justice Buster, he's got the Superman Buster in his corner. So yeah, he does have a lot of things going for him. He even has the Hellbound suit that, and if you've seen in Death Battle, which was impressive, it shows that it could take a lot of Iron Man suits. Okay, now let's talk about Iron Man. While Batman spent most of his time mastering his skills and fighting techniques in every martial art known to existence, Tony Stark was spending his childhood literally building things from scrap. Okay, he is an engineer. He's been bred as an engineer. Not only is he a prodigy or a brilliant man, he's also been doing this for a long period of time. Now, granted, maybe his time of being an engineer or creating such deadly devices might have backfired against him in maybe some parts of the movies, maybe even the comics. But he decided to redeem himself by creating something that would protect and save the world, and satisfyingly enough, he did. And he invented not only just one, but several different types of armor suits, from one that can go underground, from one that can stand pressure in the ocean, from one that can actually fight cosmic level characters, ones that can fight Celestials, ones that can fight gods, ones that can fight even the Incredible Hulk himself. I mean, he has a suit for everything. He even has a suit for magic. The guy has a suit for everything. He has a suit made out of symbiotes, okay? That's liquid. It just comes out of his body, or he just turns into the suit. Like, there are so many things and so many elements for Tony Stark. And not only that, he's a brilliant man. he had taken time to learn and master and keep building different types of armors because he knew that he was always going to need a contingency plan for every last living thing possible. Okay, because he knew he was going to have to deal with some point somebody who was probably over the top, steroid out, powerful than he was. And of course, Batman is not a threat to him, but of course, if he knew how Batman was able to beat so many characters and he had preparation time, of course, he wouldn't just go in there thinking he could beat him with confidence. Yes, Tony is smart, but another brilliant man going against him, he would probably think ahead of time against that character. So, between the two, automatically, who would win the fight? Clearly, you already know. You guys voted this in, unfortunately, so I have to make the argument, and I hate to say this because you know me, I am a fan. Number one fan, not a number one fan, a big fan of the Bat himself. But all in all, gear equipment wise, you got to give it to Tony Stark. He didn't buy his equipment. Some of the stuff he invented himself. Not only that, he invented things for the cosmic level threats. Yes, Batman has invented things like that too, but he also needed time and study and research to do that. Tony just kind of sometimes didn't even need to do research. He just realized there might be a threat out there, and he just invented another armor suit, because he wanted to be prepared. So all in all, even if Batman uses any of his utility equipment, maybe it could do some damage to certain suits, but Tony Stark has infinite amount of suits, plus he will be able to use his artificial intelligence a lot more frequently or a lot more fast paced than Batman's artificial intelligence. I gotta say that Tony obviously has tweaked his artificial intelligence to be a lot more quicker and more adaptable than Batman's equipment that he must have taken time to work on, but he mostly usually takes his work at home and do his own research based on his own mind. So all in all, Iron Man Tony Stark wins the very first ever 2023 Gear Match May event. And as always, no press fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Much love. Peace.